So in the mornings, things are the worst.
Yes. I was born in Abilene, Texas, little town in West Texas. Looked like an innocent place to be. um, so it seems kind of strange to think that you would come from a quiet little place where everything was really normal and turn into a person like me, I guess. My house was very religious. My dad was very religious. His mother had been an evangelist when he was little, and so he read the Bible every day. He quoted the Bible all the time. He quoted the Bible while he was abusing me. You know, I have a lot of trouble talking about my situation because I always wanted to be normal. I wanted everything to be normal. I wanted to be a normal person, or what I thought a normal person was. It started when I was like 3 years old. The abuse lasted till I was 18. So 15 years. 15 years is long enough, I guess, to change your whole life. My mother knew what had happened to me. And when she found out, she told me I had to leave the house, that I couldn't be around my brothers and sisters because I was bringing everybody down with my problem. She threw me out and didn't give me any money or a ride or anything. I just had to get a ride with a friend. I was going to college at the time. I told her when I was 18, and I went to the college and lived in the attic. Because I didn't have any money, so I couldn't afford to stay in the dorm. So I stayed up in the attic and slept on the suitcases and ate people's leftover food that they had for dinner and stuff like that. And I did that for about 4 months until I couldn't do it anymore. I was losing tons and tons of weight. I called my mother and asked her if she would please come get me, and I just wanted to talk to her. I just needed to make some connection. And she said she'd be right there to pick me up. And I was at the library, I remember, and when I saw the car drive up, I ran down to get in the car, and when I opened the door, I saw my dad was behind the wheel. And he told me to get in, and I was so scared I didn't know what to do, so I got in the car, and he drove me circuitous route, and the whole time telling me that he had talked to my mother and that she was threatening him, and what he wanted me to do was to take everything back and to go home and tell everybody that I had made it all up, and that if I did that, then he would give me money, he would buy me a car, he would do anything if I would just take it all back. I think that that abuse to children causes their nervous system to change. It steals your boundaries. You don't grow up with any boundaries, and I didn't realize how important that was. Most people say, okay, here's me, and here's the rest of the world. Somebody who's been victimized by child abuse says, here's the rest of the world, and where's me? Because you're blended in with everything.
You're just an object.
You're just an object. You're just something to be used and thrown away. You're expendable. The hallucinations started when I was 18. I just had these feelings of things being around me. I had a feeling of presence and stuff, and I thought maybe I'm psychic or something like that, you know, because but then it turned out that they got worse and worse. They got scarier and scarier. I would hallucinate that things were coming out of the walls and surrounding me and breathing on me, and the darkness would terrify me. I slept with the covers over my head because I didn't want to see when I would die. I went to a doctor in Colorado who was very aware, and when I told him my stories, when I told him all the things that I'd seen and all the things that I'd been through, he totally understood. They found some medication that would work for me, and the medication took away the hallucinations. Yeah, I still dealt with anxiety and depression. I still deal with it. I still have it every day. My husband was very understanding, and he helped me so much get through everything that I was going through. Well, he's not going to understand this. I told him about this years ago. He's not going to understand that I'm still dealing with it, that it's still bothering me. But he did. Even to this day, he'll listen, and he empathizes, and feels so thankful that somebody can understand me and loves me and cares about me. Yeah, Dad was away on a business trip, and one day I decided that I was going to go to the shelter and look for some dogs. I've been talking to some people, and they were saying that having a dog was just the greatest thing on the planet. They had just rescued a bunch of dogs in Denver from a man who had hoarded them in his garage. There were about 145 dogs. They had to put half of them down right off the bat. They were systematically weeding the rest of them out based on whether they could be socialized or not. I thought the last thing I needed was to take care of a couple of dogs, and I had no idea what the responsibility was going to be taking care of shelter dogs who had been used and abused. And I was afraid that taking care of these dogs was going to just, you know, put me over the edge. But instead, they saved my life. They really did. I think love is the cure for just about anything that ails you.